All right, let's talk about email marketing. There's this one core challenge we all face every single day. How do we turn a total stranger into an actual customer? It really all comes down to the nudge. So how do we get good at it? Okay, let's jump right in.
So this is the big question, right? And listen, it's not about using some kind of pushy sales tactic or just spamming people's inboxes. No way. It's about creating a journey, a path that feels both logical and emotional, that guides someone from having no idea who you are to absolutely wanting what you've got.
Well, the answer to that question isn't some brand new flashy secret. It's actually a classic, time-tested marketing principle called AIDA. This four-step framework is pretty much the secret sauce behind almost every successful ad or marketing message you've ever seen. And today, we're going to apply it directly to your emails.
So what does AIDA even stand for? Well, it's pretty simple. Attention, interest, desire, and action. First, you got to grab their attention. Get your foot in the door. Then you build their interest, making them lean in a little closer, wanting to know more. After that, you create desire, and this is key. You connect your solution to their problems on a really emotional level. And finally, you call them to action, giving them one super clear, super simple next step.
Now here's the really cool part. This isn't just some dusty old marketing theory. It's a super practical blueprint. You can map this entire framework perfectly onto the structure of a single email. It's how you go from just talking about marketing to writing emails that actually work. Okay, so check this out. You can literally map each stage to a part of your email. The attention part, that's your subject line, plain and simple. Interest, that's all on the first sentence of your email. Desire gets built in the body with your list of benefits. And action, well, that's your clear call to action at the end. See? It's a simple, powerful formula.
But you know what? We're not going to stop there. The classic AIDA framework is awesome. It really is. But there's a little pro-level trick we can add to take our emails from just good to totally unforgettable.
So, let me introduce you to AIDA Plus. Now, what is the plus? It's a postscript, a PS, at the very, very end of your email. Think about how we all read emails these days. We skim, right? And our eyes often jump right from the top to the PS at the bottom. Its job is to hammer home your single most powerful benefit or to tackle one last objection they might have.
Okay, enough with the theory. Let's see how this actually works in the real world. We're going to look at some examples for a sales training service and break down every single part of the AIDA Plus framework.
Let's start with attention, your subject lines. Look at these. What if 7 out of 10 prospects said yes to your offer? Whoa, right? That's not just a statement, it's a question that makes you instantly curious. Or what about the urgency in last call? This month's sales training enrollment closes Friday. Every single one is designed to get that all-important open.
Okay, so you got the open. Great. Now you got to build that interest. The first line has to deliver on the promise you made in the subject line. So if your subject was about predictable results, a perfect first line is, do you want predictable sales results every week? You see, it hooks them immediately and keeps them reading. Next up, desire. This is where the magic really happens, because this is all about emotion. The trick is to stop talking about features, where your product is, and start talking about the benefits. What does it do for them? How does it make their life quicker, easier, less stressful, or more profitable? That's what people buy.
All right, the action part. This has to be dead simple. No confusion. Book a 10-minute demo now. It's specific, it sounds quick, and it tells them exactly what to do. You're not vaguely asking them to learn more. You're giving them one concrete, low-effort next step.
And here it is, the secret weapon, the plus, the postscript. Think of this as your final closing argument, your last chance to convince them. A PS like, the program pays for itself in less than a month just obliterates the price objection. Or one offering a guarantee. That builds a massive amount of trust. It's your final, powerful nudge.
Okay, we've got all our building blocks. We've seen all the different pieces. Now, let's put it all together and build the perfect email, piece by piece, right here.
First up, attention. We send out our email with that killer, curiosity-driven subject line. What if 7 out of 10 prospects said yes to your offer? The email hits their inbox, they're intrigued, and they click open.
They've opened it. Now, for interest. We immediately follow through on our promise with a direct question and a bold statement. Do you want predictable sales results every week? My sales training program takes a better approach. We had their attention, and now we definitely have their interest.
And then, bam, we hit them with desire. We lay out the benefits in a super simple, easy-to-read bulleted list. It's not just a list of features, it's a clear picture of a better future.
They're not buying training, they're buying less stress and more profit.
They're feeling it. They're convinced. Now what? Time for action. We give them one single clear command. Schedule your free sales strategy call and find out how it works. The path forward couldn't be more obvious.
And just when they think it's over, we drop the plus. As they're about to close the email, their eyes catch that final, compelling thought. P.S. The program pays for itself in less than a month. That might just be the final nudge they need to get over any hesitation and click that link.
Okay, so writing one great email is one thing, but real success comes from a campaign, right? So the question is, how often do you send these things? The key is finding that sweet spot between being persistent and just being annoying.
Here's a simple cadence that just works. You send one on day 1. Then you follow up pretty quick on day 3. After that, you give them some breathing room, day 7, then day 14, and maybe a final one on day 21. A max of 5 emails in a single campaign usually keeps your message fresh while respecting their inbox.
So there we have it. We've gone through the theory, we've looked at real-world examples, and we've even built a perfect email together from scratch. Now comes the most important part. It's over to you.
Before you hit send on your next email, just take a moment. Look at it through this AIDA Plus lens and ask yourself, what's my plan for attention, for interest, for desire, for action, and what's my powerful final plus? If you get that right, you'll be well on your way to turning strangers into customers.